Hello, this is Greg Allison, Green Greg's, coming to you on the 5th of January, 2023. I am on deck. Is 21:3600 hours Central Daylight Time. My friends, there is a solar flare that's just occurred, an X-class solar flare. The sun is popping off. The sun is angry. Sunspot AR 3182 fired a major, we believe to be X-class solar flare on the opposite side of the sun. And we just went through some of the backwash just several hours ago, but now it's just fired off another, and it's coming into view, and it could really get us, because this one was an X-class flare that we just saw, and it's going to be aiming straight at us in a little bit. And that's not the only thing, my friends. There's more coming out about our grid attacks, and the risk is off the chart to our entire infrastructure, including Colonial Pipeline having had a spill that's caused it to be shut down. To the Colonial Pipeline, the one that got hacked. Yeah, just a couple of years ago. Remember that? Well, we're having problems with that again. So, guys, all our critical infrastructure is at risk. And if you're not getting ready, if you're not getting prepared, then where are you? Who? I mean, are you that happy? Are you that just think everything's going to be okay? Don't worry. Be happy. Yeah, I wish, guys. I wish and I hope. But, guys, I'll tell you what, hope for the best, but you better get ready for the worst, because I think this year is going to be a year that a lot of shoes are going to drop, because the things that are lining up do not look pretty. There's a lot of ugly clouds, storm clouds forming. And if you're not getting ready to hunker down to shelter, and if you don't have your beans and rice and coffee and your nugs and nug kibbles, then you might be just a little bit in pain. You might be hurting a little bit. So get ready, prepare, brace yourself. Now, with that said, I am going to go over here and we're going to look at this solar flare alert. So let's come over here to spaceweather.com. So you might remember I like to cover this sometimes when I'm on galactic rates, but it's time to talk it from the power grid defense perspective. Spaceweather.com, my friends. And here we are. This is the sunspot. It's over here on this side of the sun. This is an image of the AR 3182. Now we're going to show you an image of the flare that occurred at 00:57 Universal Time on the 6th of January, which is tomorrow by my time right now. Actually happened almost 3 hours ago, like in about 20 minutes, not less than 20 minutes. So, guys, here we are. It'll be less than that when I get this video uploaded. Here we are. This is the sunspot that caused all the conundrum right here. So it happened tomorrow. Don't you love time zones? Okay, guys. Yeah, this is a major solar flare right here. And it did click off. This is an X-class solar flare. It's kicked off a CME. They say it's already caused radio interference, but the CME's not had time to reach us yet. So did the flare, just the X-rays from the flare itself cause the radio interference, or was that the backwash of the previous flare it fought off from the other side, which we just went through? Sometimes I think the writers of these articles get a bit confused, so sometimes it's hard to distinguish. So I'm not going to say which of the two was the issue. That said, you can see here this sunspot, the dark core part, is 3 times wider than Earth. Yeah, the dark core part. Geez, this is a big solar sunspot on the other side just coming around. And what they said here is that this is the same sunspot that produced significant far side explosion on the 3rd of January. And they think that was an X-class flare, but they didn't have anything measuring it directly. And of course, there's in the next blast, if there's a next one, yeah, it could be ugly. It could be ugly. That's why I say brace yourselves, my friends. And somewhere here, it talks about it having had effects with the radio in the South Pacific. Here we are. The flare produced a shortwave radio blackout affecting most of the South Pacific, including Australia and New Zealand. This flare, the one that just occurred just hours ago, that's interesting. It usually takes a CME to do it. And that's what got the major impact, this red area. Interesting, guys. Very, very, very interesting. So if you want to see a chart of it, it's right here. Minnow AA. Bing. Yeah, she's pretty powerful. Watts per meter squared. Yeah, so this is a pretty powerful solar flare. And yeah, to show you right now, universal time. See, it's 0341. It happened at 0353, something like that. So that's my current time. I still got to upload this video, guys. I'm not going live on this video. So there we go, my friends. Space weather. No immediate known threats from asteroids, thankfully. But anyway, let's go look at some other things to do with our power grid and the risk we face. Now, this sunspot poses a clear and present danger coming up in the next few days. Get ready. Be ready for the worst in case our grid goes down. It could happen. We don't know how big this thing can get. We don't know how ugly it can get. My friends, we've been lucky. So far in solar cycle 25, what this tells us is the sun's been popping off major flares on the far side, just over and over and over on the far side, which was lucky for us. But when's it our turn? When is it our turn? All right, guys. So here we are. Now, talking about other things. So it turns out this little event up in Washington State, these two guys that did a robbery or hit the power grid, it turns out they were just trying to cause a power outage so they could rob a store, a business, a cash register. Really? Well, they've seen so many attacks on the grid that it inspired them. Oh, yeah, if we take down the grid, we can go in here and the alarm system won't work. The police won't maybe get the notification, blah, 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 blah. Luckily, these guys got apprehended. I think I said in the previous live video, which I've deposted, which I'm going to depost, that that these guys didn't show the same level of professionalism that occurred when the Metcalf station got hit and 17 transformers got taken out all at once, along with the fiber optic communications have been servered from down in the manhole cover. Those guys knew exactly what they did when they placed up all their rounds, their casings, and got out before the police got there. And nobody to this day has a trace as to who did that incident. Yeah, there was no pictures of them like these guys walking around with a face mask, rag over their mouth, but their head and face showing plainly. What a bunch of knuckleheads. I'm glad that most of these people are knuckleheads. They deserve to be apprehended. But guys, this is serious. What this tells us is that our power grid is wide open for all kind of mayhem, and now people are figuring out just how vulnerable it is. And so it's going to see more copycat attacks, more burglar type attacks. Remember Ocean's 11, the original movie, they took down a power tower, and in the second movie, they used a pinch device to create a little mini EMP to take out the area there in Vegas. Well, okay, so the criminals are getting more and more sophisticated. Even the low-brow criminals who aren't particularly intelligent are beginning to figure out they can do some things. Fortunately for us, this is not, well, I don't know, guys. You see my recent video with Command Sergeant Major Mabee to get a grasp of just how many attacks there's been on the power grid. Quite a bit. All right, guys. And it's not just the power grid. This is the Colonial Pipeline. Well, now maybe it was just a spill. Maybe it was just an accident. But holy smoke, guys, this is highly coincidental. Would you say coincidental? Or am I just dreaming stuff? Of course, this is the same pipeline that did get hacked just a couple of years ago, year before last. And so here it is again, the same pipelines in the news. What's this mean? This means that all their distributed systems are at risk. The whole way we run our country, having utilities that span large areas and distances, is at risk. Water, power, all that stuff, communications, transportation, it's all at grave risk. This is why we got to rethink how we structure ourselves. That's why our universal habitat is such a great idea. I'll have to show you that shortly. In the meantime, guys, you better be getting ready. I highly suggest if the grid goes down, you better have some fuel stored up. But you know what? Generators are only going to last so long. You won't be able to pump anymore. So, guys, food, better consider the deals you can get right now. Look here, you can save $200 on a 3-month supply, but you can save $100 on a 1-month supply. This is an awesome deal, guys. A 1-month supply feed for $177, 2,000 calories a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is a deal to make you want 2,000 calories a day, a lot more than the competitors. And it comes in nice, easy to tote and throw around buckets. They're lightweight. It's amazing what 2-week supply in each bucket that you get 2 of them with this deal. Guys, it's amazing how portable that is, how storable that is, how easy it is to bug out with that stuff, and how useful the buckets can be after you use them for reuse. All right, guys. It's prepwithgreg.com. Again, prepwithgreg.com. Okay, guys, I've told you this before. And this is an old article. Some people go, oh, Greg, you shouldn't be telling people that because people are going, they already know about it. This article was published in 2014. It acts almost a month being a year after the Metcalf station was attacked. Metcalf Station was attacked 16 April 2013. This is 13 March 2014. Attack on 9 substations could take down the U.S. power grid. Yeah, Greg, that's just news media. No, no, no. This is the Institute of Electronics Engineers magazine, the IEEE Spectrum. This is a professional electrical engineering group, and I am an electrical engineer and have been a member of this organization. It's a professional society magazine. In this case, this is their website. They do have a magazine. So guys, this is no joke. I've talked about this many times. So I just finally decided I would show you an article that shows this. And they're reflecting something that was already known. More than 55,000 transmission substations in the United States. Fortunately for us, it's these substations that have been getting hit lately. But there are some major long-distance power stations that could really cause the grid to get taken down. And that's what we got to worry about, guys. This is what was on 60 Minutes with my friend Command Sergeant Major Mike Mabee. He's a real guy, guys. So you need to check him out. Check out my interview with him. And then bing, bing, bing. And this out. This just came out about a year ago. Extremists have developed credible, specific plans to attack the U.S. power grid. They don't say who these are. Of course, you know, they've been lately trying to blame this on the right side of the political spectrum, but we know that I've told you guys in the past that the head of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, when told about this story I just showed you, that 9 is all it would take down the power grid, he says, hey, I've got sleeper cells in the United States that already have 20 targeted. Oh yeah, look. And on the same time frame in 2015, Iranian hackers breached U.S. power grid to engineer blackouts. This is not kinetic attacks. This is hacking. Dr. Peter Pry often taught us that it would be a multi-pronged attack of direct physical attacks, hacking, and EMP if available to the attacker. So I kid you not, I don't make this stuff up. And here it is. I'm showing you some of the articles that back up. Oh, look at this. Oh, yeah. Prepare for Iran to activate terror cells across America and attack the power grid. See, guys, like I said, I don't make this stuff up. Now, I was talking about that before this article got wrote. Well, before this article got wrote. Here, guys, are some of the sleeper cells that are known as of 2020. These are some of the identified cells, supposedly, allegedly, that are known. And in some cases, there's several of them. Here in New York, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as of 2 years ago. Guys, this is a lot of potential activity. You think they couldn't target 20 grid stations? But supposedly they're looking at other infrastructure too. But the power grid, everybody knows, is the Achilles heel to everything. Asymmetric warfare, vulnerable infrastructure supplies an easy for terrorists to destroy. Power grid substations are right out in the open. Don't we see it? Don't we know? Food, water systems, zero defenses right now. Bingo. I'm not going to read this article because that would be plagiarism. I'm just kind of showing you what's in it, guys. Just giving you a brief of what's here. I don't make this stuff up. Some people make it, and it don't come from popular media, mainstream media. This is stuff that's real. This is stuff that we've got to pay attention to. This is stuff we've got to be concerned with. And if people don't do it, the sun will. I've had a lot of people say, well, they're going to take it down. They'll do this. If they don't take it down, all you got to do is keep doing the same thing they're doing already. They don't have to do anything because the sun will get us if they continue in the path that we're going down. And the results will be catastrophic. It'll take this country to the ground. All right, my friends, I kid you not. I don't make this stuff up. And check it out. If you want to find this kind of stuff, just go to my channel here. This is the interview with Mike Mabee. That's Mike Mabee right there. Command Sergeant Major Mike Mabee, stock grid attacks now. You need to check this video out. Absolutely. And look, we are also in a spectrum of potential warfare. Do check out the nuclear survival videos here, guys. Check these out. There's one on your sensors. You really need to check these out. I'm telling you, grid down is worse than you can imagine. Grid down, the prospects are really bad. So here we are, guys. Check these videos out. Nuclear bug out. A special nuclear bug out. I got a regular bug out safe zone video here. What to do. This actually shows you how to grow your food. This is more than talking about the bad stuff. I need to break that and make a separate video on it, guys. So there's some really important videos in here you really, really need to watch. A lot of them are here on Power Grid Defense you need to see. You need to watch this whole playlist. Well, there's a lot of other stuff mixed in. I need to purify that list and clean some stuff out. Yeah, I get that. All right, guys. So, oh yeah, universal habitat. This is a solution that gets us out of our reliance on all these grid distributed systems and centralized single point failure nodes. Hang on. This is part of the answer right here, guys. Universal habitat. I'm not going to make a video because it's going to start a commercial. I don't watch a commercial for 5 seconds. Universal habitat, the best home for any place on Earth and space. This will get rid of the reliance on the grid. And it's extremely green, but I didn't come up with it for that reason. So check it out, guys. I try to come up with solutions to the problems we face in our society. Unlike a lot of other channels, I don't just offer beans and rice, which, you know, we do have the meals, but solutions. I also got seeds. Go to, yeah, right now you need to be getting your seeds. You better do it while they're available. Go to my True Leaf Market link. And I got a couple seed company links below. So check them out, guys. And there's other threats, guys. There's tsunamis. There's different things. Yeah. Get an asteroid, that'll be nothing. So I'm not going to go on all these other little things here today. We're just going to stick with this. Do make sure you come in here and check out my worm website, greengregs.com. Go to greengregs.com and hit the buy worms page, and it takes you to this page. You can buy worms from me. If you don't want to click these buttons, you can always send a check or money order. Check out my product papas. And here is my Rumble channel, guys. Swivelhead News. All right, guys, this is serious stuff, though. Back to the power grid. I'm going to stop the share. Guys, I just want y'all to take care of yourselves. The more of us that survive and get through this, the better off we'll be. The more of us that are prepped, the better society we can build on the other side if it hits the fan. That's a fact. The more of us that are ready to get through this and pull through it, the better off we're going to be on the other side of the storm. And that's what we need. So we can survive, stand up, shake off the dust, the dirt, the soot, radiation, whatever we got to shake off, and build a better society. Better yet, if we can prevent it from happening, let's do that. Now, so prevention is worth a gallon of cure. That's why I chaired 2 Power Grid Defense conferences. That's why I talk this stuff so much on here. That's why I often come in here with actionable things that you can do. The sun gets us. The sun gets us. If some other nuclear power decides to MP us in the next month or 2, we're in trouble. But we need to work to get our grid part, and we need to start that work right now. And they need physical security at these main, not all the tertiary, secondary power distribution centers and transformer centers, but the main power distribution centers need good physical security there. Stuff that they can respond to fast, not, you know, after all the damage is done. So that's what we need, my friends. We really need to address this. We need to get on it. And one way to deal with that is go to my, you know, look at the video with Mike Mabee. It shows several things you can do, contacts you can make. Also you can use the contacts from my Freedom Restoration Foundation.org, links below, because it shows you how to go to contact your Congress critters, things to do. Just grid up, power down, get contacts like that. Mike Mabee's website, look at that video, Mike Mabee, it's there. Command Sergeant Mike Mabee. There's several. Go to securethegrid.org. Go to there's several places. Just you can check my links on this stuff, guys. So, my friends, we got to get the grid fixed. But in the meantime, you better be ready because it's going to take a while to get that grid fixed. It's going to take a while. It's not going to happen overnight. And these things can happen to us tomorrow, the next day. Look, I've been trying to get this grid fixed for years. If it had started when we started talking about this, it'd be fine. But now they want to sit on our hands. Spend your ratepayer money that you pay with your utility bills to fight hardening the grid. So much ratepayer money went into the lawyers, a case rate to fight hardening the grid that they could have hardened the grid with that money. That is obscene. And that's when we got to get something going here, guys. That's when we got to make it happen. That's just obscene. All right, enough said. Enough said. We can fix this. We just got to have the resolve to do it and stick with it. But in the meantime, take care of yourself. Take care of your family, your loved ones. Stay centered. Be right with your creator. Because we're in for a rough ride here in the next few years. 7 years, guys, to some of them have goals for a certain year, 7 years from now. And some of us think them goals look a little fishy, if you know what I mean. All right, my friends. Well, that I'm saying, thank you for watching. Take care. Get ready. Brace yourself. And Greg out.